Obina was not born like other children. The day he arrived, Umudara village became quiet. No dancing, no jubilation, no celebration. The women who came to greet the newborn baby froze when they saw him. He was tiny, far more smaller than a normal baby. His arms were short, his legs bent inwards, and his head looked too big for his small body. People whispered, "This is a bad sign, no. His parents should hide him. How will he survive in this world?" But Obina's mom, Nena, held her baby tight, shielding him from every cruel word. She whispered daily softly into his ear, "Your name is Obinna, which is the father's heart, and even if the world rejects you, destiny will not." Obinna grew slowly. He remained small, dwarf size. Children laughed at him. Women pointed at him. Men shook their heads sadly, but his mother always repeated the same promise. One day, someone will love you exactly as you are. And Obinna believed her with all his heart. Obinna did not grow like boys in his age. He stayed small, round-faced, quiet. People mocked him. "You are too small. You walk like a broken broom. No woman will marry someone like you." Obinna simply smiled, even when their words hurt him inside. He helped his mom on the farm. He fetched water slowly. He walked with careful steps, but he never forget what Mama Nena always said. "Your life will surprise even you." So when Obinna turned 27, his parents decided it was time for him to marry. But the village girls, they scattered whenever they saw him coming. His uncles grew tired and said, "We must find a wife for you by force." So they began searching for the one for Obinna. They brought many girls for him. The first girl they brought, by name Ijoma, when she came, she sat down with a crooked smile and said, "I can marry you, but only if you build me a big house." Obinna politely said no. His uncles nearly fainted, and they shouted at him, "Are you mad? You have to be happy that someone agreed to marry you." But Obinna shook his head and said, "My spirit didn't agree. When I see the one I love, I will know." They brought another girl. This time around, she was tall. The only problem she had was cracked voice. Even before greeting Obinna, she said, "Just so you know, I will not carry you anywhere. Oh. You will walk by yourself." Obinna smiled and replied politely to her, "I did not ask you to carry me." Still, he said no. Then the third girl came, eating roasted corn loudly. She walked in and chewing like a goat. And she asked, "Where is the food?" She asked immediately. Obinna sighed and said no. His family became angry. His uncles shouted, said, "You are a dwarf, stop choosing. Take whoever accepts you." Obinna stood his ground and said, "I will marry someone my heart accepts." People called him foolish, but he waited. Then there's this girl. Her name was Chamaka, the most beautiful girl in the village. She had the kind of beauty that made people stare. Skin smooth like honey, eyes bright like morning stars, hair long like flowing river water. Men followed her like bees chasing ripe fruit. Yes, envied her. Others admired her. Others prayed for her. One day, Obinna saw her. His heart jumped. His hands shook. For the first time in his life, he felt love. But he also knew, girl like that will never look at someone like him. But still, he admired her quietly. So one morning, Obinna went to the stream. He struggled to leave his water pot. Then, he heard people laughing behind him. And when he turned, behold, it was Chamaka and her friends. Chamaka giggled loudly. "Look at this dwarf. Is he lifting the pot or is the pot lifting him?" Her friends laughed until their stomach pained them. Chamaka stepped forward and said, "Please don't tell me you expect someone to marry you. Any woman who marries you must have eyes closed forever." They laughed even harder. Obina's heart cracked silently. He didn't shout. He didn't cry. He simply carried his pot and walked away slowly, each step heavy with shame. From that day, Chamaka became the girl he loved and the girl who wounded him deeply. Months passed. His uncles brought more girls. He refused each one, and they shouted, "You will die single. You are too picky." But Obinna felt something deep inside, telling him to wait. Meanwhile, Chamaka's world turned upside down. Her father lost his business. Their farm failed. They became poor overnight. Her friends abandoned her. Admirers disappeared like smoke. For the first time, she felt alone. So one evening at the stream, Chamaka slipped and her pot broke. She bruised her ankle and pain shot through her leg. She began to cry. Then a shadow fell over her. Lo and behold, it was Obinna. The same man she mocked, the same man she laughed at. Are you hot? Obina asked softly. She could not even look at him. Shame covered her face. Still, Obina lifted her gently, carried her home, treated her like she mattered. She could not believe it. She could not believe that the dwarf that she once mocked was stronger than he looked and kinder than anyone she knew. So she asked Obina, why? Why did you help me? Obina smiled and said, because you needed help. Her heart trembled, and for the first time, she saw him differently. That night, her mother told her, when you were born, the prophetess warned me. She said your pride would destroy you and your destiny will rise only when you humble yourself before the one you once mocked. Chamaka froze, and she remembered the only person she had mocked so deeply was Obina, which means that destiny has circled back to her door. The next morning, Chamaka went to Obina's house. People stared. But when she reached, she knocked. When Obina came out, she knelt down. Obina's eye widened and he asked, what are you doing? Tears rolled down her cheeks and she said, I am sorry, Obina, for the insult, for the humiliation, for everything. And she held his leg shaking. If you want a wife, I am willing. Silence swallowed the whole village. Obina asked gently, Chamaka, are you choosing me because you have nothing left or because your heart wants me? Chamaka cried harder and said, my heart wants you, but I was too proud to see it. Obina lifted her from the ground and said, I accept. The villagers were surprised. On their wedding day, their wedding shook the whole village. People whispered, Beauty and the dwarf. Destiny is strange, oh, what a miracle. Chamaka walked beside Obina proudly. No shame, no regret. Obina held her hand like it was the greatest gift life ever gave him. 3 months after the wedding, Chamaka fell sick, very sick. She fainted often. Her body shook. Her breath became weak. Obina stayed by her side day and night. Doctors came. Herbalists came. Nothing worked. Obina stayed by her side, praying, crying and hoping. One night, as he held her hand, her body glued. A gentle light filled the room. Her breathing steadied. Color returned to her face. When she opened her eyes, she whispered, Obina, my sickness was not sickness. It was transformation. Obina looked confused. But Chiamaka slowly sat up. Right before his eyes, her beauty changed. She became even more beautiful than before. A beauty no man had ever seen. Her mother ran in screaming, the prophecy is complete. They explained everything to Obina. Chiamaka's real destiny was this. Her beauty was never her final form. Her pride blocked her true glory. Loving the one she mocked unlocked her real destiny. Her marriage to Obinna activated her transformation, and Chiamaka took Obinna's hand and said, my true beauty was waiting for your love to unlock it. Obinna held her close, crying softly. It was the twist no one expected. The wife got the most beautiful girl in the village, but the most beautiful girl became even more beautiful because of him. Ha! And the villagers learnt a great lesson. Never judge someone by their size and never treat people with pride because destiny can humble anyone. Obin and Chamaka became the most respected couple in Umudara. Their love story became a legend. And generation later, people still told their children this story about a dwarf who once waited for beauty and beauty waited for his heart. Thank you for watching this beautiful story. Bye.